Alright, so this is the explanation for the second bowling quiz. The first question is Jack drew a number line on his paper. Jack drew a new point 45% of the distance from point E to point J. Between which two letters does the new point lie? Well, first off, if this number line represents 100%, we need to divide it into parts. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts. So 100 divided by 5 is 20. And what that means, and I'm going to erase my marks here, but what that means is that each section is 20%. So if this is 20%, 40%, 60%, these two letters right here hold 45%. And so the answer is A, G, and H. Alright, for the next question, Valerie is 64 inches tall. About how many centimeters tall is Valerie? You can go ahead and set up a proportion for converting units, 1 inch over 2.5 centimeters, and you can make yourself a little note here that this is inches and this is centimeters. And then you have 64 inches, so 64 is going to go on top. And you have x. And at this point you can do a one-step equation by cross-multiplying, or you can circle your variable and make a fish. And so you'll do 64 times 2.5, and that's going to give you 160. And so your answer is C. Alright, for the next question. The right rectangular prism below is made up of 8 cubes. Each cube has an edge length of 1/2 inch. So I like to cross out the fraction and change it to a decimal. What is the volume of this prism? Well, first you need to know that volume equals length times width times height for a rectangular prism. Next, you need to determine what the length, width, and height is. So first, if it says that one edge is 0.5, then that means that this edge is 0.5. So what's 0.5 plus 0.5? Well, that's 1. Okay, now let's do the length. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. And if you add those up, that's going to give you 2. And then the width is right here, and that is just 0.5. So put it into the formula then. Alright, volume equals, the length is 2, the width is 0.5, and the height is 1. And when you plug all that into your calculator, you're going to get that the volume is 1 inch cubed. And that would be answer choice A. Alright, for the next one, what is the area of the quadrilateral? That's going to tell you that it's 4 sides, with vertices at these points. So what I'm going to do is draw a really rough coordinate plane here. It does not have to be perfect. We're going to go to point -1, 0, and I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to label it so I remember. Then I'm going to go to point 2, 0, 1, 2, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect, you just need a visual. Then I'm going to go to point 2, 5, and I'm going to label it 2, 5, and then point -1, 5. So -1 up 5. Now on the EOG you'll have graph paper, but in this situation you might not have any, and so you need to be able to count your units. And so here we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So the base is 3, and the height, well, we go from 0 all the way up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we know that area equals base times height. And by the way, this is a rectangle. So area equals base times height. So area equals 3 times 5. And 3 times 5 is 15. Alright, last question on this quiz. This one is pretty tricky because it involves a good amount of critical thinking on your part. So it says the shaded area indicates the parking lot at a shopping center. So here's the shopping center and here's the parking lot. It's the whole shaded area. What is the total area of the parking lot? So this is a weird shape. It's not just a triangle or just a square or anything like that. And so we're going to have to split it up in some way. The best way to split it up is right here. And by doing this, we have created a trapezoid right here and a trapezoid right here. And so what we need to do is figure out the area of both and add them together. So area equals base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. So area equals, well, let's look at the first base. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then the second base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need to count the height, 1, 2, and I want you to think of this trapezoid as it's being on its side, divided by 2. So area equals, parentheses first, 5 plus 6 is 11, times 2 divided by 2. Area equals 11 times 2 is 22 divided by 2. So the first trapezoid is 11. Then we need to calculate the second trapezoid. So again, area equals base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. And so we have this base up here, which last time we calculated it as 5. And then we're going to have this base down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we need to calculate the height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Divide by 2. And then again, start with your parentheses. 5 plus 10 is 15 times 10 divided by 2. Area equals 15 times 10 is 150 divided by 2, which is going to give you 75. Now 75 is not your answer, because what you need to do is take 75 and add the other trapezoid to it, which is 11. And that's going to give you 86, which is answer choice B. Alright, that is it for quiz number 2. Good luck on quiz 3.